So the first loop I'm going to show you is the do while loop. You might remember this one. You know how we asked a user to give us a number? Variable number equals, and we put a prompt sign. Those of you who practice this will remember. Variable number equal to prompt. Prompt has two parameters. Hi, give me a number. Now. Okay. So we get a number, and then there were two ways of parsing it. Now, if you remember the parsing exercise, parse int and parse float, you can ask it to parse it as a decimal or as an integer. Let's try integer. Give me a whole number now. Whole numbers are integers, so whole numbers. You can then do this, that number is equal to parse int number. Okay. So you can parse it and check whether it's a number, right? That's one way of doing it, or you can just parse int this entire thing. Does that make sense? When I say parse int number, and number is this whole thing, I can just take that whole thing and put it inside number. Does that make sense? I'll put a comment here. So you can either do it like this in 2 lines, or you can do it in 1 line. And then let me just output it. We looked at output statements. The main things we looked in the first few weeks was input, output, and processes. An output statement is document.write. And I'll give you time to write, Silas. I'll just try to put your eyes on the screen and understand this. So this is an input statement. I'm parsing it and I'm writing it. Now the number you entered was, and then I can put a plus sign. So this will come as it is within the quotes, plus sign, and I'll put the variable number. The number you entered was this. Now many of you will remember this. Easy so far. Give me a number now. If I say something, if I actually give it a number, oh, I ran it twice. The number you entered was 234. The number you entered was 34. Good. What if I do? What if I don't give a number? The number you entered was, what is nan? Who said not a number? Not a number. But you know nan. But does your nan know nan? She would like the computer to talk in a more English way. So you gotta do this. Okay? You gotta do this. If. Now there's a way to check whether the number was not a number. If there's a function is nan. Now that's a function that says if is nan number. Is nan means is not a number. If number is not a number, so if this thing is true, if number is not a number, then you do this. If is nan number means if number is not a number. If it's true that number is not a number, then you say, didn't I ask you to give me a number? Sorry, you did not enter a valid number. A very polite message. Okay? Else, so if it was a number, else I don't have to say else if not isn't a number. Okay? Otherwise, then you say what number was entered. Does that make sense? An if statement. We have done this in the previous weeks. Nothing new so far. So now if I don't enter a number, sorry, you did not enter a valid number. And if I entered a if I put a number, I've got a number. So I'm setting the stage for this. So far, nothing new. I'm going to make smaller videos today. So I'm going to just try and stop the recording now and give you time to get an input and get this simple if statement. Okay, get an input and a simple if statement.